Welcome everyone. This is a 10-minute practice that's designed for those moments when you just need to meet the ground. Maybe you've been giving a lot of energy out, maybe you've been socializing a little bit more than you usually do, and you just want to come home to yourself. We have 10 minutes. You're just going to need to find a space. You could be on a mat, but you really don't have to be. You could be on a carpet or a rug. Most importantly, there's a little bit of space around you. Once you've found that place, we're just going to come on down to lie on the back of the body. The knees are going to be bent. That means the soles of your feet can really find the ground, and you might use an anchoring of feet to ground just to give a slight lift and lowering of the pelvis. You might wriggle one shoulder blade and then the other down the back. We're going to start by reaching the hands up towards the sky, and you take very slow circles through the wrists, through the fingers. It's like you're oiling through the joint space. And these circles don't have to be organised, they don't have to be perfect. You can get kind of wriggly. Let the hands move in the ways that they want to move. Very gentle. You slow it down. I'm going to take a bend at the forearms, and we place the two hands just on the upper portions of the chest there. And you might notice there can be a little bit of propping in the way that we hold the hands. We almost want to hold ourselves up from the ground. But instead, okay, could you let gravity move through? It's like a releasing of the bones. It's a releasing of the muscular effort. It's just a chance to sense in, how does the breath feel through this part of the body? Knowing that the breath holds a residual after effect of whatever we might have been doing moments before this practice, so that's still there. But the breath also responds to the current situation you're in, so maybe with time, breath just gradually starts to slow, soften. This is all in response to spending time close to ground. Could you stay here for 3 full breaths without rushing to the end of each of those breaths? And at the end of that third exhale, we keep the proselyte forearms, but we slide the hands down towards the outsides of your ribs. And this is kind of like a wrapping sensation. It doesn't have to be standoffish. Instead, imagine that sense of gravity moving down and through, that pouring of the weight of the bones, releasing the musculature. You can imagine your back body quite literally wrapping around to contain the front. And the fingers mirroring the shape of the ribs, lovely curvature there. Your breath widening to meet your hands. Three breaths. Absolutely no rush. Speak ahead of time when you do get there. You slide the hands down to lower belly. The elbows might rest on the ground alongside you now. You could place one hand on top of the other. And just like we've done through those last 2 parts of the body, just notice, how's the tone of the breath here? What's the shape, the sound? The rhythm, perhaps. Although we're not directly listening to the respiratory organs here, you can still imagine the breath moving through this deeper part of the lower belly. It's like your whole body is breathing. As as much as your hands are listening to that quiet inner rhythm. The body is also receiving the comfort and support of the hands. It's a two-way relationship. Could you be here for 3 breaths? Sometimes surprise you just how long those 3 breaths are. We're going to stay close to ground, we're going to stay with that softness of breath, but we're just going to add the most gentle movement alongside it. You take the arms into a wide T shape. You shuffle your feet a little bit wider, so the feet, if you are on a yoga mat, they're about as wide as the mat. If you're on the ground, you just work that distance out. We take a roll of the head from one side to the other, like you're getting to know the shape and structure of the skull. Is there a temptation to shortchange that movement? Are you keeping it really in the middle? And instead, could you find the range? Could you find that space just at the back of the ear where there might be a little tenderness to release? And the next time that your head rolls to the right, pour your 2 knees towards the left. We find ourselves in a spinal twist. There's no pressure for your leg to meet the ground or anything like that. You come back towards center. You take the head to the left, the knees to the right, and you take that spinal twist on the second side. Continuing at your pace. The head is almost like the leader and the legs just following that quieter movement. And something about this spiral pattern, it's both looking inwards and simultaneously expanding out. So it speaks to our capacity to be with ourselves, but to also know the world. It's kind of like 2 sides of the same coin. The next time your head is rolling to the left, your knees are rolling to the right. Take an extra breath here. You might turn the right eye towards the left fingertips. And then we trace a semicircle up and overhead. Your left hand stays in contact with ground as you paint a rainbow all the way up and overhead. That's going to carry you onto the right side body. You might rest the right hand on top of the left for a moment. Maybe there's an extra breath here. And then you reverse that movement, unpainting your rainbow. You come in and out a good few times. There's quite an interesting moment where the hand has to flip, and you can notice that shift in texture. You could notice the rubbly bits around the back of the right shoulder blade and the bits that feel kind of smooth and easy. Let's take that one more time. Folding, unfolding. And we'll meet in that big, big T shape. Head rolls through center, knees roll through center. And then head to the right, knees to the left. Take an extra breath here to really settle. You could sense your shoulder blades wriggling down the back, and it might take a bit of an adjustment to find that. Left eye looking to right hand. Right hand remains as close to the ground as possible. You might even be tracing the texture of the ground. You start to paint a semicircle up and overhead that carries you onto the left side body. And then unfolding just the way you came. Notice as the back body quietly, bit by bit, returns to contact with ground. And take this a few times. This could feel a little bit like you're washing the back of the shoulder blade. And there's something about getting so much of the body in contact with ground can be incredibly supportive for the nervous system, which receives that feedback. It's also just a way of knowing ourselves. Body make contact with ground or any other surface. It's like a here I am gesture. And the next time you open will be the last. Roll all the way back towards center. Let the knees roll in towards one another. Bring the hands to rest on the lower belly. Come back to the simple awareness of breath that we started the practice with. If you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, you can stay as long as you need. You could take a little Shavasana if you have time for that. If you're heading off into your next activity in the day, I will leave you here and have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for joining.